we started making names right away. And I loved it. I was robbing drug dealers and taking their gold right off their neck. And the shit we did, who's going to call the police on you? A drug dealer?
I can identify with anything that was normal, to be honest with you. But I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
99% of the time, you're going to disappear.
Just like the Donnie Brasco situation with Lefty.
Yeah, because the reason why, they figure it this way. You brought this guy around, he ratted on everybody, now he ratted on you. You might turn around and join him and rat on us, so we get rid of you, there's no connection between there and there, and they get rid of you.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Loomis Santoro. What's good, bro?
How you doing, Staxx?
I'm chilling, man. How have you been?
Just doing my thing, man. Just working on I love your background. I love the way the show looks, by the way.
Thank you,
yeah, I'm gonna have to get on my game on that a little more. But just
it's your logo. It's your logo. Shit. I like the way your background looks. It's your logo, bro.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, though, the background of my back. You know what I'm saying. So, yeah. But I'm still learning, man. And yeah, we're doing this. I just had a real good phone call that I was running a little late. And I appreciate, holding on, waiting for me. I'm always late, man, and I don't do it on purpose. It's just, you know how it is, getting pulled in every direction.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I know how it is. Trust me. Here, let me grab something real quick. Yeah. So you got a big project that you're working on, and
correct.
Whitey Bulger. You want to explain what the project entails and what is?
Yeah, I can get into the only thing I can really entail on the project. We could talk about Whitey, obviously, and I can entail this much. Everyone goes through the whole crime history, all the stuff like that. That's not the angle here. What we're going on. Is he an informant? Is he an informant? All that stuff. That's what we're not interested in. What we're interested in is MK Ultra, CIA, and what we're interested also is in the government's corruption with him, and also
Bulger in the house. Joe DeBari. Shout out
there
to Joe.
He is. What's up, Joe? How you doing, pal? Thanks for checking in. I know I've been out of the room for a while, buddy, just trying to get things in order. So I appreciate everyone's patience, and thank you for dealing with it, because Staxx, it's hard what we do, because I admire what you do so much, because I've been watching you before me, so you inspired me in a way. And we make mistakes, but we show them to everyone, and we have to deal with that. So it's very easy for people to ridicule or whatever, but until they put the boots on put boots to the ground and do all that, I give you credit, buddy.
What happens when you travel somewhere? They don't show up. The people don't show up, or I've gone places people haven't showed up. I schedule shows, they don't show up. So it kind of it goes like this, man. You just got to go along for the ride and enjoy the ride,
And people could discredit or say whatever they want because, like someone said from out there, I'm just a hit junkie. Well, I have the most honorable fucking gangster to come out of South Boston, fucking right behind me with the whole thing. So, what's the old saying? Everyone together flocks together, or something like all the cooperators are flocking together to get everything in order. And I'm not going to be back down. And I obviously have, it's not just me with that confidence. I have my own good, solid people behind me. But this project wouldn't be going on, though, in my mind, though, with if he had any interference or issues with it whatsoever. And at the end of the day, he can hold his head up high. And that's pretty much it.
So what's the project about? Explain to the people what
MK Ultra, the CIA, which they didn't touch a lot on, and it's about the government corruption with the FBI, obviously.
You're kind of you're looking at the angle of the people who let him do what he did. right? Or
well, I mean, yeah, 100%.
one of them just got released recently, I think.
What's that?
I think one of them just got released. One of the FBI agents that was involved with that. Didn't he?
Connolly was a year ago.
Yeah.
On compassionate release, and he's still holding on. I guess I heard something like he was supposed to pass away last year, but he's still around. So we'll have to see if he's going to pop up on anything, because he definitely knows a lot, you know.
There's a lot of people up there in Boston, man. There's a lot of really good people up there, and
there are, and a lot of people don't think that this. A lot of people are. I want to say this: people are assuming stuff that this is a Whitey Bulger, beloved. He's a benevolent gangster. He's this or that. No, it is not. This is about. He's an evil guy. This is about the evil that's above him, which is the line for, like, you know, the fucking government, man, and just how he was allowed to do everything. And it was just, you know, there's been, as you saw on my page today, there's images of him, Stevie Fleming, Kevin Weeks with the lawn chairs out at some baseball field by themselves, just saying like, fuck you to the feds. He never had to really worry. And, you know, walking around in his leather jacket on Castle Island when all of his crew is in like white uniform. And he just didn't have to worry. I guess he just knew that. He had his brother Billy, who wasn't like involved politically, like he would like, who wasn't like, why did he try to
He was a senator. He was involved politically, but he wasn't involved with the gangster life. But I think he was involved. I don't care. I don't buy that shit, man.
Anyone could absolutely assume that, and I don't blame him. But for hard factual evidence, I will at least admit this: Whitey always tried sheltering Billy from everything. But did Billy though?
I guarantee you, Whitey used his brother's influence on things.
No, I bet you that Billy was. My theory is, and remember, my opinion isn't a big deal for this docuseries because we're not trying to steer anyone. We're just going to present facts and just let them do it like that. But what I personally believe is that Billy told John Connolly, because they all knew each other and stuff, keep my brother out of prison. And that's the way how he did it. And, you know, made the informant file. Whitey was absolutely an informant. He knew about people getting tipped off. He didn't tell, you know, John Red Shea and the 50 others. So, yes, he was a cooperator. That's not what we're discussing, what we're saying here. But we never heard his side. And yeah, we have his side to a degree. And it doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean that it's true. It doesn't mean that, you know, you guys all look at all the evidence and you make your own assumptions. We are not trying to hurt anyone here. We are not trying to disrespect anyone or this or that. And but at the end of the day, we're not stopping. You know, we're not going to stop. We're going to see this thing through. So.
There were some people pretty upset that I left a Happy Meal at Whitey Bulger's grave.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did. You didn't see the video?
Oh, yeah, but you're at the tombstone with the other guy when you're running by, like, Whitey.
Yeah, we left.
At St. John Cemetery?
Yeah, we left a Happy Meal.
At St. John Cemetery, because I was supposed to get there on the weekend, though, but I had to come back home. But I'm going back out there, though.
So I'll tell you some tricks when to find it, because it's kind of tricky, man. But I can tell you an easy way. And his grave has been vandalized in the past, and we didn't vandalize it, and we didn't leave the stuff there. We took the stuff with us, and you could still see the spray paint mark in the gravestone. Let me see if I have the picture.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not. You know, there's like it's like mixed reviews with him out there. You know, some people said he did good by the poor. Some other people said he was a monster. Listen,
every single person I talked to hate his guts. Every single Boston person I have talked to hate his fucking guts.
Hate him.
Yeah,
that's why I don't understand why people would think that I'm trying to make him a benevolent gangster. And this is my project. And Johnny's a friend of mine. He fucking hates him to fucking death. So, like, I mean, these people can't add one and one together, and all they're doing is hurting the people they're trying to shelter. And I can't say any names, but that's what it is. And it's ridiculous. Assume away. You know, because all it does is give me more fuel. You know, that shit don't slow me down, you know, whether it's a threat, whether it's whatever. All that does is fuel me more. So, whatever, man. It is what it is. But we were expecting this due to the subject matter. and understand it, but we were going to see this through. Absolutely.
When are you going to start filming? Do you have a
August,
timeline?
first week. The projection, the latest we could is first week of August. But now, writers, do you hear anything else about that strike?
I haven't really been looking into it, but it's definitely affecting some projects I got in the works.
And one other thing, though, that I could say, that's a projection. And another thing is interviews obviously done first. And then that's though when reenactments and then actors will be contacted, casting agent and all that for all other parts. In the beginning, dude, I just started taking everybody in without even seeing their work. Like, oh, man, these guys want to be in the movie. Because like I said, when I announced this thing, I thought a couple people from the neighborhood were going to be like, I'll play Whitey. And I wasn't expecting the overflow of talent that came through. And but cost efficient, all that, you know, a lot of New York actors getting them up to Boston, this and that. So here's what happens, Staxx, in this business. If you probably already know. But if one of those people that you take onto a project, right, in the beginning, if you like them, you want them on, something happens where you just don't see eye to eye. Now that person goes and tells everyone that you're a piece of fucking shit. And then the next person, and then the next person, and then the next person. You just have to stand tall though with it, man. And when you hear someone,
what you do, you don't, because a lot of other people like to talk about other people. You just don't talk about other people. Just keep it moving. You know, that's my only word of advice, man. It's what I do. I don't.
That's all you could do. Don't listen to the little guy in your head, like, or whatever. Don't take. Just you gotta move forward. Listen, I'm alive. I'm sober. That's a miracle enough for me, and I'm blessed, and I'm honored, and I'm humbled to be able to do what I'm doing. So at the end of the day, you know, I first came onto this scene, got caught up with the drama, which, you know, because of the temper, and I'm working on that over 18 months away from the booze and drugs. So that'll come in time, and I'm starting to get wiser, but I don't care, man. I'm just not afraid. I'm not scared of these people. Like, I'm just not. So
dude, they're nothing to fear, man. They're you know, just keep it moving. Don't worry about what other people think. Other people's opinions don't matter, dude. They don't matter in my life. They're absolutely not. No one's opinion. I went out, enjoyed my day today. I went to Hartford. I went to a whole bunch of different places. I got a lot of content today. I'm gonna show you. I'll show you guys a couple videos. I went to. It was crazy. I went to the old State House in Connecticut, and they had a two-headed cow in there, man.
Nice, a two-headed cow.
Two-headed cow, bro. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see that one.
That was like, what the hell, man? It was crazy. Yo, Charlie Rock LD. Damn. Did he pass away?
Is that him?
Did Charlie Rock LD? Yo, I hit the wrong button. My bad.
Hold up. Are you still there? Because I was trying to come back. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Where the hell did you go? Hold on. There you are.
I'm right here. Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, you could ask away anything, Staxx. I don't care.
All right.
Or someone saying anything or anything like that. I don't care.
This is pretty wild. So I did not expect to see this when I was walking through the old State House. Watch this. It's insane. Can't beat it. Two-headed.
What the fuck?
It's looking at you.
Both sides. So then that's like just like a Siamese twin, but with a cow.
Bro, it's in the State House. Like, I was like,
yeah, two-headed though, and that would have to be Siamese cow then, yeah. I never.
Yeah, Siamese cow. Yeah, like Siamese twins, Siamese cow. Yeah.
What
Watch
state
it.
house is that in Boston?
No, Connecticut, Hartford,
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Yeah.
Dude, I go through there all the time, man. When I see you, you should
This is the inside of the State House. This is
nice,
the
man.
riverfront landing. This is a statue of Lincoln. I have tons of content. I went to the museum out in Hartford. What the fuck is the name of that shit? I'm so exhausted, dude. I did so much today. The Wadsworth Museum. I went to the Wadsworth, saw a bunch of Picassos. People are telling me in there, you can't film, but I had a press pass. So I got permission to go, and then when I'm in there, the people that are in each room, they see you and they say something. Each person, like, it got annoying, and I was just like, whatever, man. I ended up leaving.
Yeah, it's all, you got to be in the in now though. But isn't it amazing though, man, that like little stuff, you're sober too and stuff, and you're doing your thing, just little stuff like going to places like that and actually appreciating the artwork and stopping to smell the roses now and just appreciate life itself. Isn't it a beautiful thing?
It's great, man. I was filming 2 days ago in Stamford, Connecticut. Yeah, I've been out to Stamford. That's where they filmed Jerry Springer and Steve Wilkos show, a lot of other shows. I think a lot of the court shows get filmed out there, and there's another one.
Yeah. So, yeah, Joe, I seen Stanford. How far is that from you now, Staxx?
Probably hour and a half.
Because I saw that sign when I was still. Oh, remember I told you that they were taking me home 9 hours, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I have it listed on my GPS, no highways, like an idiot.
What? Since you started this, how many different places have you been, and like how many different people have you met along the way?
Well, places would just be more like for people that are going to be on this. It would just be all around like the Boston area, New York.
No, but at first you started off like with the Buffalinos. Shout out to Christina Buffalino.
Correct.
So from there, like you want to explain where it all took you from the beginning and where you are now, like.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm still great. We're still great friends. We still run the page on Instagram, and we still are doing stuff in the future and all that. We just wanted to get one solid thing under the belt though first, get established. I know this story. Do you want to tell me like what the process has been since you started your whole YouTube channel, where you've been and where I got you now. I got you.
That's what I meant.
I'll take it back to Lou Silver, and Lou, great guy.
Shout out to Lou Silver. Capo,
shout out, stay the course. I want to make stay the course shirts, Lou Silver, because he's always telling me just stay the course, and just little words like that, man, of support. They're beautiful. So Lou calls me up. He calls me up and he's like, listen, you seem to know a lot about Whitey Bulger. He goes, and you're grinding, you're making great contacts. You've been talking about this documentary idea that you had. And I would talk about it on my show. Like, man, yeah, I hope one day I could do a documentary on, and it would be Bulger. Because truthfully, even though Russell's from around this area, I know more about Bulger. And the Irish is just always what I was attracted to in that whole realm, So I just put up a Facebook post. And like, as I said before, everything just started getting out of hand, and I'm yesing people to death. And yeah, I got you, man. What's your name again? You're in. Like, very juvenile. And like I said, we make our mistakes. It's unfortunate that our mistakes get documented, but I disagree, because at least hopefully one day they'll show the arc in our life, because I'm still growing, man, and I'm still learning. So it's all I've been doing now is setting up deals to get certain people in on this, and we're going big. And I have to be careful too. So I can't, like, with me, I'm all over. I could, with NDAs involved.
No, no. So you started your YouTube channel. You were on with Christina Buffalino. Where did you physically go from there? What did you do next? And then from there, where did you go? And then because I know you've been to different places. I want you to tell me.
You gotta remember, man,
been.
that like I talk to you and like you see stuff and I'm just like, huh? What? Christina Buffalino was mixed in with William Unique Battle, Anthony Aralada, mixed in the beginning with when I first started out, when we came out talking about John Eli, and we're just doing the show and just, so what the fuck? Of course I'm going to contact the Buffalinos, and especially from my area. And she was on the show. I lost you, but I'll tell the audience.
My bad. I got
no, you're good.
Technical
She was on the show.
difficulties.
We did an interview. Interview went great. Got some great memorabilia history items here, as you know. From the actual Irishman. I'll just show them just one of them real quick. The actual like Frank Sheeran testimonial dinner from the Irishman. This is from 1974. President Frank Sheeran right here. And just like a bunch of letters from him, like lighters from Russ, and letters and pins and all that good stuff. But you bet your ass in the future, we will be revisiting that. But as you were saying, what have I been doing? Just my show. But ever since I made that Facebook post about this project, it's all been this project. That's it. Like I've been, Bushwick, Brooklyn, with William Unique Battle, who's the author of
Shout out to William Unique Battle, man. I'm gonna go see you when I come out to New York. And
these people don't even have a clue. Everyone's all like, Irish Italian mafia, the black mafia. When I went out there, I met a lot of gangsters. Just you know who I'm talking about, right? Just wait. Just wait, because
I already know, man. I already know.
And he told me I'm a nut. I was like, what, dude? He's like, yo, man. And because I am. And he meant like with my mouth, he's like, Loomis, man. I get some good, solid advice from these guys who end up becoming friends, and he's one of them. And he's a real one. So, yeah, man, just bouncing back and forth from New York City to South Boston, Rhode Island, Federal Hill. I was up there for a little while. Springfield, I said that. Pittston Mafia with the Buffalino trial, Johnny Depp trial before this even started.
Yeah, what was that like?
That was funny, actually. That was quite an experience.
You yelled at him. You were yelling like when he would come out of the court and he would wave.
Oh, he looked right at me. Like, the point. Dude, Johnny then comes on the show right when the verdict comes in, and he's like, "Why didn't you just say Johnny? Red Shea sends his regards. Blah blah blah." He's like, "Maybe he wanted to give you an interview, but you would have been good. But I don't like going around and just name dropping. Hey, I know Red Shea, so guess what, guy? You know what I mean? So I wasn't gonna yell at Johnny Depp during court for that.
Shout
but I was in the courtroom.
Yourself, podcast, Adrian.
Adrian, what's up, man? Love what you're doing. I love those little short podcasts. Keep doing your thing. Don't take shit from nobody and keep it moving. You're doing it correct.
Hell yeah. What's up, Leon? How you doing? Ghost, what's up?
What's up, Ghost? Go, dude, that guy right there, solid individual.
My audio's messing up. It's probably gonna cut off. So if it does, just keep going with it, and I'll be right back if it does. What else did I want to tell you? So you spent a lot of time in Springfield too, man, in South Boston. I saw you with a lot of different people. Diarco, shout out to Diarco.
Giuseppe's my boy, man. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Man.
Shout out to Buck too, from, I don't want to say it wrong, a cigar joint there, Buckley's cigar joint. Buckeyes.
Hold on, let me restart my audio because it's like real staticky, man.
All right.
Just tell the people a story or something. I'll be right back. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying before, guys, like about this project, crazy shit goes on during the process of these projects. But at the end of the day, once everything gets legal, like, once all the legal work is submitted, all that, old foes, old whatever, you know what I mean? We're all about, you know, I get it. So just reach out. We just went about this though in the wrong way with the approach because I was showing my poker hand to the world, fucking idiot, not to the world, but to YouTube and Facebook constantly that, you know, all we could do is let that eat us alive and quit or keep going. And I decided to just keep going. So that's that. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, man, because it can get discouraging at times, you know, especially when you're not making a lot of money at this. It's not like it's a lot of time. It's time consuming. It's a lot of work, man. It's like, damn, you keep grinding. It's like someday it's gonna take off. And I know it's gonna. It's just a matter of time.
And see that belief that you have right there. And dude, not to mention, your boots on the ground too, man. Like you're there. At the end of the day, you're going to show up and you end up going to these places. And I think that people respect that because anyone can run their mouth behind the computer. But getting out there and showing yourself really says something. What's up, Randy?
I'm going to try. I'm going to be at the John Gotti III fight with Floyd Mayweather. Hopefully.
What?
I can get down there.
No, not the congratulations for you. He got that fight. He got that fucking fight.
June 11th, man. We could play the press conference.
Dude, I got goosebumps right now because there's the idea of someone who plays it smart and right and doesn't go all out and exposing themselves and all this shit and stays humble and does it correctly. And, you know, with that name, obviously, Floyd Mayweather's a marketing fucking genius. The opportunity of a fucking lifetime fucking arrives. Congratulations to John Gotti Jr. For real. For real. That's crazy.
The third.
That is crazy, dude. Like, when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. And then it was like middle of the night shit. And then I was like, oh my God.
It's John Gotti the third, not John Gotti Jr. But
I know who John Gotti the third is. That's John Gotti Jr.'s son.
Yeah, John Gotti the third.
I know. Yes, I follow him, man. I followed him when he was an MMA fighter, as you know. Even back when I wasn't around. So, what do you got? Play it. You gotta be kidding me. Sorry.
Go, champ. Come on, Dion.
Shout out to John Gotti III and John Gotti Jr. Gotta shut the music off, so it's gonna be awesome, man. So hopefully, I know it's
I don't even know what this. I'm genuinely so happy for this guy. Like genuinely.
Yeah,
I don't wish people ill will,
man.
You know?
It's gonna be a great fight. He said in the press conference, like, I'm out for blood. Don't get it twisted. This is an expedition fight, but I am going out to hurt this dude. Like, that's what he said. But Mayweather, man, don't get me wrong. Mayweather is a professional boxer. Like, he's insane. He's got
not
skills.
Just a professional boxer, dude. He's one of the greatest boxers of all time.
His defense is crazy. So this is going to be an insane fight, man.
I just love, though, the marketing power behind it alone. Like, you know, John Gotti Jr. It's just great. It's just great, man. And, like, I don't know if you saw me when I was watching that, dude, but, like, I just genuinely get so happy for fucking people, man. Like, when they fucking, that's incredible. And congratulations to him and to his family, because that is something. See, Staxx, all the haters could say whatever, though. I bet he had haters when he was climbing up a little bit in the fight, this and that. But he stuck to it.
He still got haters, bro? You don't think he's still got haters? Of course he does.
All by people who would never walk in the cage a day in their life. You know?
And All you got to do is not worry about other people's bullshit because their opinions don't matter, man. The only thing that matters is what you do at the end of the day, you know? And that's it.
And like I said, man, you know better than me. You're going to get a lot of hate. You're going to hear a lot of bad shit about people. And if you go with that, then you're going wrong right there. I said something on my show earlier that Sammy the Bull, your favorite guy, I said in his one movie with Nick Turturro, Toto says to him, Sammy, what do you think I should do after one of this? Like he witnessed a sit down. He's like, kill that guy. He's like, whoa, calm down. Then the next scene, it shows the other guy. And he's like, Sammy, what would you do? He's like, I believe the second guy. He's like, see, don't make your own conclusions till you actually meet the person. So all these people talking shit, if you're living a positive, healthy life, you're not talking shit on people. So whoever's talking shit, you got problems. And that's what it boils down to at the end of the day.
I don't know anything about any of that type of shit, man. I'm too focused and too busy on my projects to be worried about other people.
Really I'm misunderstood because I come at it like blah, 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 this and that, but I mean well, man. I mean well. I'm just passionate, and I can't be fake. I try to like tone back the curses. I'm trying, but in time.
Hey, man, you can only do what you can do, you know. For now, little at a time, man.
With nothing
progress,
like
not perfection, bro. Progress.
Nothing that's gonna kill me inside of me or nothing like that. I'm happy. I get to just relax, like not relax, but I can actually sit still without a sub. It's just beautiful. And you know what? A lot of those guys in that world for the past, what do they throw at me? Oh, he's a junkie. Here's a junkie.
What do you think about these rats, man? The rats that are on YouTube and they got YouTube channels and now they're all.
Okay, so I always stick by this from day one. I was an addict in my past. I was never put in that situation, nor did I rat or anything like that, or never was looking at.
I'm not asking you about what you
I know. Let me get to it. I know.
What is your opinion on them, the way they act, how they act, and the way they act? What's your opinion on the way they act?
Not all of them. Not all of them, but some. I was going to get to it. I was just wanted to just explain my little intro from because when I first came out, I have people on who cooperated because again, I'm just talking to people. Like people are like, "Whoa, are you a gangster?" I'm not a gangster, so I'm just a freelance podcaster. So
I have people on that cooperated too. I have some on that cooperated. I have some on that didn't. It doesn't matter. My opinion doesn't matter when these people come on.
My opinion is this from experience. The guys who didn't cooperate are my real people and got my back 100%. The ones that did, and you got to think about it. If they sold out their best friends, they're not, that's the truth at the end of the day from experience. Now, I know some people who cooperated or are great people who are cool with me who I have no problems with at all. But at the end of the day, and even like when I started this thing, I'm like, what am I going to do? I just wanted to get to the truth. But, I come from like, not from Southie, but like that type of story. And like, John came on the show right out again after Johnny Depp. And that's when we changed it to this. So with his backing and everything and his book, Rat Bastards, and he fucking can't stand rats. And
shout out to Red Shay.
Yeah, that big shout out to Johnny.
Go check out his book, Rat Bastards. I'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, Staxx, you got a signed copy of that.
Yeah, I do. Thank you so much for that, man.
So, but like, from experience, and maybe it's just new and gullible to this genre, but I was thinking maybe, oh no, these guys are cool, man. These guys are my friends. These guys are, they'll look out for me. Nobody's looking out for you unless you have envelopes or whatever. But let me say this, and he might get mad at me for saying this. There was one time where I thought that I might have been getting some money, and I called up a certain few people, and they were like, really? Thanks, man. You know what Johnny told me? Dude, I don't want a fucking dime. Get on your fucking feet. Get it together. You're 18 months only sober. Stop apologizing. Stop telling people every fucking thing. You don't need to explain yourself. And he's just so in tune. And this guy could read people like that. And you're just not going to find a more solid individual, in that I'm not fucking committed. I just admit that I don't know. He's the only one who didn't cooperate. The only one who didn't cooperate who ran one of Whitey's entities. The only one. But there are other people who didn't cooperate, but he's the only one who ran one of Whitey's entities and did not cooperate.
Shout out to Gigi, man. Shout out to Gigi Patella.
So what I wanted to tell you, Staxx, is, as you know, that people get the misconception of when you're interviewing someone, are they your friend? Are you on this team? Are you team this? Listen, my loyalties have come down to really one person, like from that, like you know, who's actually like my real friend, okay? And then some other people obviously know who I met, but I know who my real people are because I'm smart enough to see it now. Because when I'm down in the dumps and have nothing, these people still reach out and still are just checking in and just whatever. Nobody, let me tell you something, Staxx. All these coming soon posts, even that Whitey poster coming soon, it's all fucking talk till you deliver. And
but listen, a lot of projects like this, they take a time. They take a lot of time, man. You need writers, you need different things, especially with like having actors reenact scenes and things like that. It takes a lot of time. And for you to even attempt to get something together and have work done that's gonna go towards being a finished product, then don't even worry about it, man. Just keep pushing ahead. You know how long some of the films took people, how long some of the documentaries, they don't happen in a week or a month. They don't happen in a year, man. Some of them take 10 years. Some of them take longer than that.
Like my good friend Nico said, Mike, big shout out to him as well. You could be in pre-production for as long as you want. But the only thing is, though, if people have an interest and they want to buy in on it, though, you know, you kind of want to give the production.
You gotta have a deadline. You gotta have a deadline.
Yeah. So, like I said, man, latest will be first week of August. And like, you know, I was juvenile in the beginning with it, and I can admit that. I can admit my faults. I can admit that I was wrong and went about it my way. I thought it would be cool to show the audience like what it's really like behind, but you can't. You can't. You're gonna get fucking sued. You're gonna get fucking this and that. You got to have everything buttoned up, everything, and that's what we did. So it's exciting, man. It is, and just all I could say is just stay tuned. But I'm fairly full aware that until it is absolutely there, here's the date. I don't get overconfident. I just remain humble, and hopefully this is gonna go through. But I ain't gonna stop until it does. It's like my baby. I want to get this out, you know.
Of course you do, man.
Really do, man.
This is the writer's strike, celebrity support, no late night, and clever picket signs. WGA writer's strike has concluded its first week on the front lines after an agreement couldn't be reached. So their talks failed, and so now things are really they're getting delayed.
You don't cross the picket line. You don't cross the picket line. Day or night.
And these are the writers, man.
You don't cross the picket line. Day or night.
And this is all over the country. There's no late night shows. There's no Saturday Night Live tonight. There's nothing going on without these writers. No television shows, no projects are being made. Because
what did I tell you yesterday?
So this is a major deal, like major. I mean, honestly, I don't.
But what did I tell you yesterday? Don't sleep on it. Oh, the writers are on strike, so let's slow down now. Fuck that.
No, that don't matter. That don't matter. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying stop working on your project. I'm just saying that it kind of throws a wrench in the game, you know? I've noticed it. It definitely affected me. And it's definitely affecting me.
And the thing is, too, though, man, that it just seems when something great in this happens, then you're like, oh my God, this is happening. This is actually happening. Then out of nowhere, boom, a fucking roadblock.
Listen, I was supposed to have an answer. I was supposed to have an answer on Tuesday on something. major, something major.
Yeah, you were telling me, man.
It is what it is, man. What are you gonna do? There's nothing like some
I had a
steps out of
phone
the
call
way.
too. Did I tell you I got a phone call and I had to do this big thing for a reality show, and I turned it down because I wanted to do the From the Grave project. I mean, that's but then I was done with that because a lot of other people were like, well, that could have been a springboard and this and that, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't want people following me around 24/7 anyway with a camera and like personal constantly. I used to go live constantly all the time. I'm trying to be a little more low key, a little bit less is more type, but we'll see.
Sometimes it depends, man. Just like someone said, and they took this quote from someone else. They said, if you're quiet, sometimes you're the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why I'm telling you less is more. That's why I'm being quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. That's a fucking fact. It's a fact. What my problem is like I just know certain things from certain insiders, and when I get some of these people like I don't know how to hold it in. So that's what I'm working on. I gotta go to classes for that shit. It's gonna be a long time before they come back. So
last one was 100 days, man.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask Joe what's going on with that because he's definitely in the now and always working. So all law and orders, all that shit, everything's just shut down. Everything.
He says no actors, no writers. Without the writers, there are no actors. That's how it goes. What are the actors gonna do? Make up their own lines? Doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. You see what I mean?
It is. Hopefully they can come to an agreement and everything can get worked out and we can move on with the business,
Yeah, I wonder how much more money they want.
It's crazy. Like you get into a different field. Like I've only been doing this for 2 years and like dedicated, and it's just crazy when you got projects that are really major. Like I was expecting a major decision on Tuesday, man, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, there's writer's strike. Everything's on hold." What? But I'm not gonna let it stop me, man. I'm gonna shift gears and attack things in a different angle. You can still work on things.
That's why I love talking to you too, even when we're not on the show, because I know you just said only 2 years, and I can't believe that because with addiction it seems so long, especially early sobriety. But I remember watching you way back. But in 2 years' time, dude, and everything that you everywhere you went, everything that you back when you were doing what you were doing back in the day, would you ever think that like your life would be like this? And I'm not talking about bank accounts. I'm talking about
the stuff that I do now is the stuff that I used to dream of when I was in a cell. That is how I know I'm on the right track. Like the stuff that I did today is exactly what I dreamed of doing when I was sitting in a cell. And the summertime was passing by and I'm looking out the window. And it felt great, man, it feels great to get things done and to be there,
It does. The hard thing is that we have to deal with, life, as they say, on its terms and without using any substance and whatever. But it makes us stronger. It makes us grow harder. And now if I was to go back to that, it would be a choice because I'm not addicted. And, people are going to be, oh, poor him. No, he's going to get it back together. And that's how the world is. But I'm even telling you, it's a bold statement. It would be a choice.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's not easy.
It's so hard. Listen, it's so fucking hard. I almost lost my leg. 3 surgeries in 4 days during COVID. Fucking died I don't know how many times. Point being is, when you get away from that, where you're at, where it's not consuming you and you have no physical pain and this and that, and you're just like, and you walk into it again.
Yeah, but mentally, man, like, would you like? I stepped away from it from so long, and I like really worked on myself for so long. Last year, what was it? Last year, I worked at a bar in a strip club, bro. I didn't drink. I didn't do drugs.
I have no problem with drugs or alcohol.
And it was crazy. Like drugs were definitely there, and there was definitely alcohol there. And I was getting offered drinks. I was the DJ in the club, man.
Oh, well, forget about it.
Come
You're getting
on,
offered more
like,
than drinks. I know
yeah,
that for being a musician. You're getting offered more than drinks.
it was insane. And why do you think I'm not there anymore, man? Because I didn't want to be subjected to that anymore, you know?
I was bouncing down at a place called Beer Boys, dealing with college young fucking punks. And I hear you. It's like, why are you going to surround yourself with that mess? But with booze, I quit that a while ago with a couple slip ups like here and there. But I want everyone to know I'm not some guy who's like, don't drink, don't do drugs, do your thing. I just can't. And that fentanyl shit, I don't care who thinks they're gangsters selling that, because that shit's just dropping everybody.
There's not enough alcohol in the world for me to have
no, there's not enough everything for me, but I mean that fentanyl, don't forget about it. It's killing everyone.
Shout out to Mob King. Mob King's going to be streaming on all platforms on May 26th.
But I was just going to, that's funny. You just mentioned Mob King. Ciro put up a great post talking about, looking back on his whole experience and just the
people said he
wisdom.
wasn't going to make it. People said he wasn't going to make no movie. He was full of shit and blah, blah, blah. And look.
Dude, he's a legend already. He's a legend in my eyes because now until you get involved with something like this, you don't know how hard it is to pull off. And for him to do it, distribution, Cannes Film Festival in France. I mean, congratulations to Ciro DiPaggio, and thank you for your support. And he's basically just like his poster, like he's like a social media mentor to me because he did it, and nobody could take that away from him. He did it.
No, man. And he was working on that for a long time.
4 years.
It's a long time, man.
Major feature, absolutely, absolutely, man. And good, you know what?
There are a lot of haters, but all they're doing is hating. They ain't doing shit. They're just talking shit, They won't ever do nothing except keep hating. It's cool.
Oh, yeah. Don't even get me started on that. And Joe already knows, too. But I'm not even going to get into it because we don't need no negativity here. But people just talk. And you want to know something? I find everything out. Like, people like that are like next to some dude who thinks like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I find out. So it just breaks your heart, though, man. Like when you go to these people's places, you think that their heart is really in this. You're genuinely trying to be nice. You're trying to tell them, even though I have this pretty much though all buttoned up and written, I still want like a good writer who's known out there to fucking get involved. And I was just going to say, just proofread it up and fucking throw your name out there. But no, what do people always got to try to do? Attach themselves to a project and try to find out who my investors are. That is what happens constantly. And you have to be careful because at first I'm like, Staxx, I got people who are even in the Sopranos and not like these people. I'm not naming anyone in general reaching out to me. And I'm like, who the fuck am I? What the fuck did I really do? You know what I mean? Talking body of work wise, nothing. I was a musician around here and whatever the fuck, and I have this show since 2014.
Doesn't matter, man. People like who put Quentin Tarantino in the role of director? He did. Who put Damien and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in the role of director? They did. No one else said, here, you're going to be a director and direct this movie. They did it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They got Robin Williams on, and the rest is history. And it was one of the fantastic movies.
I'm just saying, like, they did it on their own. They placed themselves in this role. They made it happen. They dedicated themselves to getting something done, and they accomplished it. And just like Ciro did, other people have done it. I'm gonna do it. You're gonna do it. And fuck the rest of them, man. Who cares? Let them talk. Let them talk about the premiere, bro. You know?
Well, you know what, though, Staxx? The only reason why it gets me mad about it is when we were watching the John Gotti Jr. video with Floyd. I mean, if you watch my face back, you could genuinely see me, like, getting so excited for the guy. Even back on my addiction days when I hated myself in my life, I still loved, like, people's positive quotes. Like, I got a new car. Yeah, man. I got a house. Like, I still wasn't like, fuck you. So, like, I just, I don't know. I don't get, like, where all that comes from. But it's something that, it's just a normal thing now. That's all. And you just got to know how to deal with it. A lot of people get frazzled. They'll come on, they see one hate comment, they're done. And so if anyone wants to chop it up and fucking start something, just fucking start spitting shit out of the mouth and see where it goes. get to it. You know, it's fun.
Hey man, you can't fight back with the internet. You will lose. The internet has zero losses. You know what I'm saying? The internet has zero losses.
Zero losses.
So you're gonna be fighting the screen and whatever, but and the internet has zero losses. Fuck them.
You can't beat the internet. And then if someone else though says something about you when you go out and you're trying to say no, that's not true. That's not a good look either.
No, just show who you really are to other people to see who you really are. You know, because there's people out there who try to, like you said, they try to say things about you to make you seem a certain way to other people. But that's okay because once they see who you really are, they can be like, "Fuck that dude, just a hater, man." It's simple.
And they're supposed to be there. It's par for the course. Use it as fuel. And it's as simple as that. And you can't tell me. I mean, everyone knows. Like YouTubers who just started out or whatever. Like in the beginning, you know what I mean? At first, it's like, "Ooh, should I delete this comment?" Or because, you know, it's the only comment. And you go through a lot of growing pains. But you figure it out, you know? I mean, I'm only coming up on 2,000. If any of your viewers want to subscribe to Mafia Truth, I don't know if you have the link up. We're getting close to 2,000. And Staxx, you're kissing 5,000, my man. Congrats.
I think I need one more subscriber to get 5,000.
Oh my God, dude! I'm gonna fucking. I actually have another YouTube on a different name. I'll fucking subscribe. No, you're gonna get your subscriber.
Of course.
That's awesome, man. Good for you, though, Staxx. And that's what I'm saying, man.
I'm proud, man. I'm proud. I never bought subscribers. I've this is all genuine grinding from the start, and it's all me. I can't give anyone else credit for my shit. This is my content, and I don't give a shit what other people think about it. I know someday somebody's gonna watch one of my videos, and it's gonna strike big, bro. I have a lot of good content, and I think it's underestimated.
Real too, man. Yeah,
a lot of it is underestimated.
No, and you know what? Listen. Some people might be like, "Lou, that's not cockiness. That's a confident man. That's a man who knows himself." And
I'm
that's
very
a man
confident in my work on here.
Listen, Staxx, I got to tell this story. So I couldn't get out to Springfield, Mass, to do. This is almost a year ago. I don't even fucking know now. And Staxx didn't look at me as a competitor. Didn't look at me as, oh, whatever. He's got this interview and blah blah blah. Staxx goes, "Loomis, I know you fell in some tough times. I'll get you to Springfield. Just get to Connecticut." And he helped me out. So right then and there, Staxx, I'm not afraid to admit that. I got your back for life, dude. So that's just how I roll. Like, you did.
I'm not a hater, bro. I'm not a hater. I want to see everyone succeed, man. Even the people out there that don't like me, I don't give a shit. Like, if they don't like me, I want people to succeed. And do your own thing and fucking worry about these.
See, you're inspiring too, though, man, because whatever people throw you or say, whatever, though, you're still here. I'm telling you, man, longevity's key. And you love doing it. I don't wake up and go, "Oh, I got to do this." It's just a passion. It's just a passion. I just have this thing right here that just keeps driving me. So I feel like I have a purpose, especially with this project now, and a responsibility to history, to really trying to find truths out there and not stuff that's all buttoned up from certain people. And
I don't know what they were putting in the chat, all that shit. I don't know. I blocked them. My bad. Fuck them.
We on them?
Whoever they were, they put a bunch of shit in the chat. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this shit. I just blocked them.
Yeah, no, well, that's that's probably one person that I was talking about, though, with you, though. But
could be. I don't even know.
I have no problems, though, with Leon or anyone, though, like that. So, that is what it is, dude. That comes through.
No,
the thing that you have to understand is
it wasn't any of them. It was I don't even know who the fuck it was. Some Albert song.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I don't even care who it is. But my point, though, is that with the project I'm doing, there will be resistance from people who have a certain narrative.
Of course. People are full of themselves, man. They want to be out front. That's why a lot of other people won't help each other. They don't want to support each other because they want you to do good, but not better than them. You know what I'm
Joe
saying?
DeBarney, yeah, Joe has that
Yeah.
line on his mug. Yeah,
They won't
I
put
love
you.
it.
They won't put you in front of the camera. They won't push you forward because the people are afraid of other people getting ahead of them. Like, I don't
Why?
understand it,
Why
man.
though? Why? Well, who cares? You know much? There's enough bread for everyone to eat. Like, what is everyone so worried about in that? I can see if you're out, I mean, you're working for a company and you got to, you got to have a quota and you got to have all that. I've been in sales and marketing, so I get that. But I mean, why? Why? At the end of the day. And you know what, too, Staxx, you know me. I don't care if I get the shit kicked out of me. I don't care if anyone comes after me. At the end of the day, let them talk. But I will, I will gladly talk with anyone. And go
Blocked another one. Anyone else want to go to the bathroom?
So let them all fucking bark,
Here, let's let one of them bark right now.
I'll tell the judge and prosecutor to suck my dick like I've done before. Okay?
Okay. How'd that work out for you, Gino?
Yeah, but there's one that he never did anything though bad to me, Staxx.
He talks about me quite a bit, man. He goes on some pretty popular podcasts and talks about me. I don't know why. Fucking man crush, I guess. He's fucking obsessed. I don't know. It's weird. Fucking weirdos out there, man.
Nah, but look at Leon right there. Look what Leon said.
Well, he said I'm still cool with Loomis. It's all good.
Yeah. So, listen, people could have mishaps and rebuild. And that's just as simple as that. So that's fine, Leon, and I appreciate that, buddy. And thank you, Cindy. Was that Cindy was her name? Thank you.
Let me show you
all the negative and positive comments. Thank you, because it just helps out Staxx channel. And thumbs ups, thumb downs, whatever.
Check out these Picassos. Check out these. See that, man? I got some.
Listen, I can't say it because we're still live. I was just going to ask you if one of them's name started with one letter.
We'll talk. Anyway, we got to end this anyway because I got things to do. We've been on for an hour, and I appreciate you taking the time. You want to give anyone a shout before we go, man?
Shout out to John Redshay. Thank you, man, for everything. Great friend. And, there's a man right there that people could fucking learn from. To get his book, Rat Bastards, New York Times bestseller. Mark Wahlberg did the intro. It's fantastical. Fantastic.
That was at the Old State House in Hartford. There's an Old State House, and then there's the Wadsworth Museum. I took a tour of both of them. So I'm going to bring you that content. I'm going to
Ghost. I had a great talk with him too today. Ghost is the man.
I'm editing it now. But thank you, everyone that took the time to come on my show and watch this shit. Hey, if you can, hit the like button, subscribe, put the bell on all. And hey, donate to the fucking channel. We need some money over here. We need some new equipment and all that good stuff. Muggs, what's up with you, man? What's his channel name? Mafia Truth. Right?
Yeah, did you put the link up?
Yeah, it's in the description of this video.
Mafia Truth.
You want me to put it in the chat? Put the link in the chat. Hold on.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I'll send you the bill.
You got it.
All right.
Hey, I pay my debts back, as you know.
All right, man. If you guys like this type of content, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And remember, don't be a bitch. Thanks a lot, man.